Welcome in, everyone. We're back with Sultan's game, with this gorgeous, gorgeous thing. And as you can see, Fate's Ledger is got an exclamation mark because I've got 4 fate points. I could buy upgrades. The thing is that these boons will not come into effect until we restart the game. So now we have to decide whether Fate's Ledger has enough fate points to end the game early or not, but I don't think we do. I mean, we only have 4, and the lowest that we can get is Fortune, which would be half our points, and then we would be unable to buy anything else, or one of the 3-point options, which would upgrade our zoo in some amount of ways that would be useful only a little bit. So let's accrue some more fate points, shall we? Yes, guys, I defeated you. It is all me. Mwahahaha. You pulled out the boulders and I went, no! Enjoy the paperwork. Dragon, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you are doing well, my friend. Zaki wishes to speak with us. And we have many things, but let's get organized. Song and Silence gives stealth, but you need at least 3 wisdom to read it. We're gonna throw that in the books. Let's see here. We do have a stallion, that we can not actually equip to people. The stallion is a thing on its own, but it cannot go do actions for us. And we do have this piece of equipment here that is kind of ridiculous. That we can't actually equip on anyone either because it is an item, not a piece of equipment. So it's kind of funny. We have this bloodshed card and an easy target to use it on, so that's fine. Pure Thoughts has piety on it. Let's go. After accumulating 3 pieties, you can upgrade the righteous path through methinks, which means that Faraj still has piety, but it's interesting. So we can receive divine grace again, but nobody's cursed, so it's fine. We could use it to buy blessings if we wanted. The only thing we have is the gold drinking horn here. Blessings are a cost of 10. So we could bless people. I wonder if we can bless our betrayed friend. Nope, he does not count. The Hamar brothers are up to no good again. The project investment is back. Mahir is back with her project. We have Shama at the bookstore. That's fun. So we definitely want to get support from the court. And we do have the Sultan in court, of course. With Sidani, who does not care if we exist, and Abdul, who is the Sultan's vizier. Everything Abdul enjoys as the vizier, wealth, status, privileges, stems from his diligent service to his master. He is the sharpest blade in the Sultan's arsenal and the court's most eager jester. He's also not a book person, so we will not find him in the bookstore. Interesting. Interesting. We have no opposition in court. We could skip court today if we felt we had other things that we needed to do. Who's in the House of Delights? Jalila is in the House of Delights again. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Hey, PP! How are you today? I hope you are doing well. I know. The damn paperwork, Winter Fairy gets you every time. Paper is evil, and no one has figured out how to shear it away. Ooh, did I just think myself punny? Yikes. You guys. Be scared. Be very scared. Miss Ma'am is 3. Happy birthday, Miss Ma'am. Welcome to your troublesome 3s. If you thought the terrible 2s were bad, the troublesome 3s are... Whew. I'm just, like, grooving. Alright, let's go see what Zaki has to say. My student, a young person with great potential. Zaki came to see you alone, thoughtfully asking if all good deeds are rewarded in turn. He looked a bit apprehensive, not knowing if he admired your kindness or pitied your suffering. Do we believe that all good deeds are rewarded in turn? They certainly will be, or do we believe not necessarily? Life is not fair, it just is. She's a 3-nager already? Oh boy. 3 going on 13, I'm sure. I was exactly the same way. She is going to be an endless amount of trouble, but she will take no prisoners, and she will put up with no shit. Which, honestly, in this world is for the best, I think. Dragon booped me. I've been booped. I don't have a command for that, but I appreciate the boop. I'm very adorable when booped. Ask Traveler Side, he knows. He knows. He's seen things. Poor man. But do we believe that all good deeds are rewarded in turn, chat? What are your thoughts on this? Is it not necessarily, or is it certainly will? They certainly will. I will never be the same. Exactly, Trav. He will never be the same. He booped me once, and that was it for him. I irrevocably changed him in that moment. For better or for worse, this has yet to be seen. We may never know. I am feeling a little bit playful today, so it's gonna be a wild ride, guys. But I have yet to hear an opinion on the current Zaki issue. Please, I know that interacting with me is optional, always. You can lurk away, my dear, dear viewers, but I would love to hear from you. You're all my dearest of dear friends. How is he supposed to blink in text, Dragon? Well, the truth is that it isn't, so the second option would be a lie. Should we lie? That is the question. Trav makes a very good point. I'm honestly not sure. Sometimes? Well, see, that would be the not necessarily answer, because if all good deeds are not rewarded in turn, then not necessarily is the correct answer. Morse code. Touché, Dragon. I will give you that. I will give you that. Touché. Well, Trav, if you need to Morse code your way into help after booping my nose, feel free. Dragon is insufferably shameless, so he is not going to be affected by the nose booping cuteness that I am, so he'll know that they aren't. It just takes one example to prove it, so option 1? Alright, we'll tell him the truth. Not necessarily, kid. You told the young man that when you do good deeds, you never expect a return from others, but that doesn't mean you don't need a return. He apologized for his dullness and hoped you could explain further. You don't have to repay my kindness. You should pass it on to others, and thus goodwill will ripple around us like a stone, causing ripples on the water. In the end, these ripples will always come back to me, not from you, not from him, perhaps not from anyone I know, because the world has changed because of our good deeds, and I will eventually benefit from it. He looked at you with wide eyes, and after a long time, he knelt down before you, swearing to follow you for life. You could tell that your words benefited him greatly. So, we gained a secret, and Zaki has formed a bond of fate with us. Damn, that was the right answer. Bond of fate. Unbreakable. Fuck yeah, kid. You're gonna grow up to be such a great noble someday. And we got a silver secret, no less. Ooh, silver secret. We'll just plop that in where it belongs, and Absolutely. That's magical, honestly. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. What do we want to do today? I just love the sound. The clinking of the coins here. The belly dancer bells it's lovely. God, the vibes in this game are so delightfully delicious. I am in a playful mood. I woke up on a weird side of the bed this morning. So, viewer beware. What do we do with secrets? Do we spend them like gold? No, they're in, technically they're intelligence. They're, consumables. Stackable consumables. They provide boosts. So, if I have, for example, like the secret is charisma and sociability. So, for example, if we went to the bathhouse, I could throw this in this slot and it would give an extra 6 dice overall, and a silver gives you 3 rerolls in case you just roll garbage. So that's what that's for. They just boost your challenges, essentially. Hydrate? I'm still drinking coffee, but yes, I will hydrate. Thank you so much, Dragon. You're so sweet to me. So yes, we spend them. They are consumed. Got it. Means that combining to get a higher one is a very expensive item indeed. Yes. Yes, just like everything else, they have in tiers, but when the Sultan is not sitting in court, if we have 3 of any level, we can combine them to get 1 card of a higher level. So some of these bronze ones were combined stones. Most of what I have on the upper levels, though, I've gained through the bathhouse. Except tactics. Tactics, I managed to turn a single tactics stone into a gold tactics, which is very nice, very nice. This is the highest level intelligence you can have. So trying to upgrade your intelligence is very good, or finding them at higher tiers, also very good. Right back to lurking as I'm card pricing and I need to run the shop. Good luck, Dragon. I hope that TCG shop, you know, treats you well. All right. Well, I would like someone to go to court. Who am I going to send? I could send Nabani. I could send Zeki. He is a noble. And he has a lot of support for us. So as much as Abdul has 0 opposition, let's let the boy speak for us in court, since we have a bond of fate to both him and our wife. Lovely. Let's see. I don't know if the slander can be removed for overwhelming support. I don't know. It might be that the only way to get rid of slander is to actually end up with a cruel mission and defeating it. But we'll send Zeki. He can prove himself in court. Managing our estate, Lumera is the best at it. If we want even better chance at money, Maggie could go with, but maybe I want her elsewhere. So we'll just let Lumera take charge. We don't have any locations to add. Or do we? Ah, rationality can go here. Okay. We'll do that then. I don't know what that will do. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. We'll see what happens. It might put rationality on Lumera. Would I prefer that on our wife? No, Lumera is fine. See what it does. Project investment requires wisdom and coins. So we can also break an extravagance card of bronze tier or lower, but we don't have an extravagance card. We haven't gained one yet. If we wanted to, we could do the bloodshed today with the betrayed friend and see if we roll up an extravagance card of a correct tier for the project investmenter. That's something to consider. At the bookstore, you can go do this. You need more wisdom, though. No, that's charisma. Here we go. That's marginally better. I don't have intuition on any higher tier. But inside information might be better. We could do this instead, which will help on both ends. We do want her to like us, or at least be influenced enough to support us when she ends up at court, so that's good. We still have 3 noble people. And I have books to read. What do we have here? Stealth, wisdom, stealth, survival, magic, stealth and combat, stealth and magic. Well, Arzu is learning today. Because I'm trying to get his magic stat up. Okay, so still have the bathhouse. Combat and sociability. He can't do it by himself. It's fine. With that being the case, maybe I do this instead. Yeah. So that last but not least, Barja can visit the bathhouse. Oh no, this is... He needs secrets. I only have a silver secret. 5 and 5 should do me, though. So that is everybody who I can send on tasks at this point. Yeah, that seems good. I don't want to spend all my money on receiving Divine Grace if I don't need to just yet. Just yet. Alright. Now we're getting back into it, chat. Let's go. See how this day finished up. To the bathhouse first. We need to have a single success out of 10 to get information. The more successes we have, the higher intelligence we get. Ooh, lovely bubbly. We got 7 in here. And we got Silver Mystique. Beautiful. We learned about a matter that needs our attention, but the stares of the people got overwhelming. People are still coming to our estate. Let us make us some money. 12. I think we made the money, yeah. Only 5, regardless of the high cost, but that's okay. Something noteworthy has happened. The Sultan had a strange dream that left him unsettled. He asked you to interpret the dream for him. In the dream, the Sultan saw a beautiful woman standing on the edge of a cliff. As he approached her, she began to slowly jump off the cliff, and he ran to see her shattered body below. Then, he suddenly saw the woman standing next to him again, jumping off the cliff and shattering once more. The scene repeated countless times until he finally woke up. Do we tell him that it was a good omen? Do we tell him that it was a bad omen? Or do we tell him that he has been working too hard for the country, that he should perhaps take a break, relax? Clearly he's overstressed. What do we think, chat? What do we think that this dream means? Poor man, he's been working too hard. He should take time off. He gives up so much of himself for us all. Oh goodness, Trav, you want to try to manipulate the Sultan, the most powerful man in the whole Sultanate. He'd like to hear that. Omens are tricky. It's true, omens are very tricky indeed. Okay. Well, if Trav is gonna be the only person who speaks up, I guess we'll go with that. You have been working too hard for the country, our Sultan. You wouldn't remind the Sultan of the dream's omen. After all, everyone knew that the defeated Sultan of Hukakasis had 9 beautiful daughters who committed suicide together after their country was conquered. You flattered the Sultan, ensuring him that he was overworked and that it was only affecting his sleep. You recommended some beautiful girls and various entertainment spots, and he remained disinterested. After exhausting your speech with a dry throat, the Sultan finally waved you away. However, as you left the palace, you couldn't help but look back and were shocked to see 9 pale girls in the shadows where sunlight couldn't reach. We got insight for that. Ooh, boy. We are having Zaki at the palace. He speaks on our behalf, and he got some inside information. Excellent, excellent. But this has made the Sultan a little more weary. We also got an omen. Finally, he can go home. Yes, Zaki. Thank you for your good work. Ah, the bookshop. We got The Legend of the Thief today. The book piques the interest of others who are there. Oh, of course, he's charming. And he got an omen on top of that. He did not influence her into supporting us, but he did get an omen. So, that's good. We've gained. We've made gained. Reading should be a habit. It improves everybody. Our zoo has made a discovery. Ooh. We've gotten stealth and magic and an impure thought. Ooh. Tasty. All right, let's see this clean up a little bit. We've got, oh my gosh. So many things have shown up on the board. Holy shit. Sorry, let me get them sorted so that we can kind of deal with it. We've got horse betting for the first time, since we do have a horse. The ownership of the winery is in contest. Ritual assistant is working. Sweet Whip has come back because in the House of Delights, Juna has taken over. Zeki is our support today. We do not need to go to court because Zeki is already there. With all of his 4 support, so yep, that's done. We don't need to go deal with that, but we do need to deal with him. Nawful. You awful, awful man. We still don't have any troops. I don't actually know how to gain troops, honestly, but let's clean this up a little bit. Legend of the Thief gives stealth. Okay, so we can put that away. Impure thoughts are a conviction. A pitch-black, dried-up well, a bowl of worm-infested fruit, a strangely shaped swaying tree shadow, some impure thoughts. You prophesize through methinks, then synthesize more advanced conviction during the headless dragons. Interesting. So we have pure thoughts and impure thoughts now. Fantastic. Mystique in silver also needed to be sorted out. I think that's everything. We have 4 omens and 3 inside information, so we can upgrade both of these and then omen a second time into silver tier as soon as we have the opportunity. Many things to manage, not enough hands, unfortunately. Okay. Here we are. Hey, Plague, welcome in. I somehow got sick again. I'm gonna go to the doctor to figure out if something compromised my immune system because of how often I get sick. Yeah, that's very concerning. It's also possible that it's not bacterial in nature. It's actually viral in nature, which means that you have not kicked the virus fully, and so it waxes and wanes. But yes, please go to the doctor and find out what's up so that we can get you better, because you don't need this shit, and we don't like it that you're sick. We don't like it. We have minions. We just always constantly need more. Always constantly. All right. Well, we have to deal with him, and that's going to take lots of minions, so we don't have to go ourselves. We need charisma and sociability, which our dear wife has. Farja has. Lumera has. In fact, she has the most. Might send to both of them. No. Inside information is what, or no, not inside information. Intuition? No. Is it secret? Yes, secrets. So maybe I just do this and fuck this man. I just don't have any troops. So I can't, like, destroy him, but I can certainly do this. So that means that I've got lots of people stuck in that. Which makes it that my wife has to deal with the estate today. And all that I have left is me. Because Zaki is here. And our unreliable ally is fucking off again. I think that will get him killed. Equipment merchant is new. Okay. That's just a single point in combat. This is combat and stealth. This is survival. This is combat and magic. This is the best sword in the game. Fricka fricka. As Fatuna's brother-in-law, he has long coveted the wealth she inherited, the covetous one. He has opposition in court. I have 3 days to deal with this. The Purest Order is preparing a de-blessing ritual. You may send some appealing followers to assist. Piety will first manifest in one person. No less than 5 charisma. I see. And then horse betting. Send your rider and steed to place bets. Relies on the physique of the steed and the survival of the rider for checks. Win, you get double your bet. Lose, and you lose everything. Well, I have a pretty good physique. I will not be doing this because unfortunately, I just do not have... She'll come back around. These two have time, so I can deal with accumulate advantages. This still has time. He's not going anywhere. That doesn't time out. Except... Bloodshed cards can be broken immediately, but other cards may not. Maybe we do put this here. Because it's going to, it's going to do regardless. Like, Mansion Estate and the Grand Game, it wraps itself up regardless of whether we participate in it or not. If I send my Bloodshed card here, it could be broken immediately, but it also may get this man killed, which we don't like because he's a silver card and he's very good. But we will lose him if we don't do something immediately, and I don't have somebody to send to get him back. It's a different sickness, though. The previous virus was like a really bad cold, whereas this one has caused me to be on the toilet for an hour. Are you sure that you didn't just get food poisoning from something you ate yesterday? It might not be so much a sickness as you've poisoned yourself accidentally. Did you eat bad food? Did something taste off? I mean, it very much could be something bacterial that you just caught, but like, please take care of yourself, Plague. Pretty please. And stay hydrated if you're on the toilet that much. Please drink a lot of water today. You're gonna need it. I would suggest staying hydrated today, eating things that you know are safe and are tummy friendly, like toast or crackers or, you know, soup. Things that will absorb poisonous things in your system, or at the very least help ease the way. I would highly suggest that you if you're gonna go the soup route, you get something with a bit of salt content to it, just so that when you drink the water, it doesn't go straight through you. And see how you feel tomorrow. If you're still feeling the same tomorrow or worse, go to the doctor immediately. And if you are feeling better, you probably just gave yourself a light case of food poisoning. If you start bleeding from orifices anywhere, go to the doctor immediately. Something worse is going on. Okay? But like, maybe if you're feeling better tomorrow, clean out your fridge. Or don't eat at whatever place you ate at yesterday. One of the two. I don't know the specifics. Okay, I'm gonna try to trust that Nabani is more capable of doing the bloodshed thing than I am. Please don't die, whatever you do. I can reset the day, but don't die. Hamar Brothers, horse betting. I mean, we're not sending anyone to the bookstore. We already have her at basically a neutral, so a main is fine. We don't really have to worry about a main. I guess we'll do the horse betting ourselves. Why not? Why not? We want something with survival in it. Opportunity would do good. And we shall bet all 6. Let's go. Alright, this is what I've decided. The things that will go away in a turn will come back around. It's fine. She'll be back. Everything else we'll have to deal with next turn, assuming we don't have more crazy shit happening. I mean, food poisoning isn't fun, but I would much rather you have a bit of food poisoning than actually be sick again, too. So I hope it's the food poisoning. Considering what you've said of your symptoms. I am not a doctor. Please do not take my word as gospel, but, like, yeah. Take it easy. Eat simple, easily digestible foods. Drink a lot of water. And stay hydrated. You're gonna be in and out of that bathroom anyway, so you might as well make it useful, right? Yeah. Feel better, Plague. Please stop taking after your internet name. Stop getting the plague, Dr. Man. You're supposed to be a doctor. Well, I don't know if you actually are supposed to be a doctor, but you know what I mean. Alright, let's see how the day resolves itself. Now that we've tangented hard. Ooh, we're gonna make money first at our house. Let's go. My lovely wife making money for me. She's wonderful. I adore her. Thank you, Lifey. Thank you, wifey. Ugh, I'm still obsessed with my Sultan cards. I don't even have one right now, but I'm still obsessed. We've got the court. We get some inside information, and the fatigue is setting in. But we did not send anyone today, so hopefully no abysses are happening, but we don't know. Horse betting. You send your rider and steed to compete. Place bets. If victorious, you may receive a reward. Failure means losing everything. Horse betting check. We need at least 3 successes out of 7 to win. Oh, reroll. Let's try that again. Okay, we got at least 3. And we have no more rerolls, so we win! Yay! We double our money. Congratulations on your victory. You have won, doubled. You have won and doubled your bet. Clearly, in Nabini's imagination, the Sultan's game should be full of skirmish, sex, and scandals. His sword should be clanging steels, but the only clanging that echoes was the clanging of accounted gold coins, counting days after days after days. This obviously couldn't satisfy his restless heart. Soon enough, he returned to his former life of debauchery. Perhaps once he's bored, he'll come back to check to see if you're alive every now and again. Enough is enough. Although there has been no conflict between you before, you really can't stand his frivolous attitude. So let's duel under God's gaze metal that resolve and they've definitely not figured out how to translate this particular line. So let's duel under God's gaze and settle the resolve you two carry. I fixed it. So now we can buy even more books, yes. Ever since that humiliating night in the woods, Nawfal has been the laughingstock of the Sultan's court, and your audacious actions have left him entirely disheartened. Now you have gained a great adversary who will go to great lengths to distress you. This time, you hear that Nawfal is secretly sharpening his knife, forming factions. We have 4 die this time, not 1. Whew! Let's give him another scare, shall we? Oh yeah. We needed 1 success, we got 3. Let's go. You intentionally ride past a tea house supporting Nawfal, causing cowardly occupants to panic in disarray, a comical spectacle. In the future, these individuals will better comprehend themselves. Influence, get! We need that influence so bad. Alright. Well, we've got lots of things going on. We don't actually want to split with him, though, is the problem. I don't actually want to kill him. Can send an agent to duel for you. If you fail, either you or your agent will be killed. This fight is to the death. This is a waste of a card. I'm going back to yesterday. Nope, this is not happening. He can just fuck off. We're stuck with the bloodshed card for another day. We'll have to probably do it tomorrow. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I just don't want him to die because that's a waste of a resource of a silver tier card. Such a dumb thing. I just wasn't sure what that would do. If he maybe would take the card and go kill somebody, but no. So, let's see what we actually got since we rewrote time. Well, we made just as much money. Fantastic. We still got inside information at the palace, and the Sultan is still just as weary as before. We still going to this. Let's see if we can make just as much money again. Easy peasy. We win. We got more money for books. While you struggle to survive, Dabani is out having fun. He's just not here. He'll be back in a week. Nawful is still sharpening his knife behind the scene. We just need a single success. We got 3 again, so... the tea house scare happened in actuality. We got our influence back. We are so far into renown. It's ridiculous. We've got 3 insight up here. We're very sensitive, and we only have Zaki's request this time, so... we can still try to tempt him back, but there's no wine that we can get, so we're gonna need to deal with this winery nonsense, I think. So we have you, see, piety will first manifest in one person. No less than 5 charisma. You only have 4. You have 4. You're the only person with 5 charisma. Mainly because of these earrings and this bouquet. So I could move them. Your earrings are giving you charisma, but not enough. And so is this. So if I move the bouquet to my wife, then she has 5. You have gone down to 3. You are getting charisma from your accessory, not your pauldrons. So if I give you this instead, you also have 5. So I can do these 2 things. And I don't even have 5 charisma either. We'll throw this on you for a moment. Give our genius girl the ability to save herself from doom. Really? Do we have to fill it up with people? I don't understand. We need 3 people with 5 charisma to do this one? We do. Interesting. Well, we can't do this one. This may have to wait till it comes back around. Okay. Who's in here? Zaid has... We have support in court. We will skip court. Since we're not using an extravagance card on this, we do not need to do more than 5 gold. But we can give it more wisdom. Okay, that should do. So unfortunately our girl is out for 4 rounds, which means our wife has to take care of the estate. Ownership of the winery. I think I'm going to deal with personally. Because this guy's a jerk. And then I have Farja to do something interesting. I'm not going to worry about the Hamar brothers. We're waiting for a conquest card for them of silver or higher. They'll come back around. The rest of these hunting things and can wait. We don't have the influence in court for the prison yet. Who's at the bookhouse? Adil? Okay, well, he's already neutral towards us, but we can absolutely deal with that. I would like, however, to acquire some things. I'm just gonna acquire all of this. I'm not gonna worry about putting it on anyone yet. We're gonna have equipment shuffle next turn. What can we do with the betrayed friend? Is it unusable or do we transform him? We will be using the bloodshed card on him, actually. He's just waiting our decision in despair, and we're gonna execute this asshole for being a jerk. So we will redistribute all of our equipment next turn. Okay. Okay. Zaki's request can wait. Because he just wants more training, I think. Divine Grace. We don't have the money for anymore. Which is fine. We're good. Okay, so I guess he can go to the bookstore. Oh, buy a book. That should be good. New books have arrived. Nice. I think that's where we stand. Tomorrow we have to kill our betrayed friend. Have to. Here we go. Someone comes to your door claiming to be the owner of the vineyard you attacked that day. He wants to talk. He does not appear to bear you ill will. This gloomy man is not here to assign blame. He introduces himself as the brother of Lady Fatuna's late husband, and with her husband's sudden passing, the widow has inherited a fortune. These properties shouldn't belong to her. He rubs the ring on his thumb and gives you a meaningful look. He proposes a collaboration. If you, who has Fatuna's trust, tricks her out and kidnap her, afterwards you get half the property. A very generous reward. Greed flares up in your mind. The man narrows his eyes, pleased, and sets a small vial of sleeping draught on your table. A simple thing for you, isn't it? He coos. She trusts you. And she does. Fatuna trusts you. Oh, how she trusts you. Your conscience stirs uncomfortably. Remember, Fatuna is Zaki's mother. And we like our little Zaki. He's a very useful young man. A very useful young man. Although you are still hesitating, the hesitation has already betrayed you to the vineyard owner. He smiles and leaves you the drugs, believing you will make a wiser and more beneficial choice. But will you? Will you betray Fatuna? So, we have a choice here, chat. We can expose the plot to Fatuna and say, your greedy brother wants everything that you have because he's greedy. Or we can become this man's accomplice and hope that he actually gives us half the vineyard, or at least half its profits. What do we think is going to happen here? That the greedy man will know to share the wealth that he will deviously acquire, or that we go to Fatuna and perhaps, just perhaps, gain an even more useful ally and a shrewd woman? Why would he do that? He's a greedy bastard, warn her. Alright. Well, people are agreeing with my goodness, my renown, so I think we're gonna expose the plot that this asshole has conjured. And we're gonna keep the sleep draught for ourselves, because that can be useful in other ways. You find Fatuna and inform the poor woman about the plot. Thank you for telling me this. Fatuna presses her lips together and sighs slowly. She actually knows the intentions of the vineyard owner. The man covets her and her wealth. Fatuna despises him, even hates him. Taking a deep breath, she looks straight into your eyes and resolutely says, "Can you kill him for me?" Her tone is calm and restrained, unwilling to show any hint of cowardice. I am willing to pay more than whatever he promised you. You agree to her request. Now it is just a matter of waiting for the right time. All right, let's make money off of our estate. Ooh. Well, it will yield some gold, but not nearly as much as the max. We still have profit, though. The bloodshed card sings to us. Frequent appearances at the palace are necessary. We are carrying out our sacred task, but although the intrigues have made the Sultan somewhat weary, we were far from the center of court today. Nabani is still bored. He's just out having fun. At the bookstore, we buy a book. Maps and Borders. Let's see if we can pique the other's interest here. Easily. Easily. So we gained more support from Adil. Very nice, very nice. We also got some more inside information. My goodness, we're just acquiring that hand over fist. Beautiful. Here we are. Ah, the Day of Charity is back. You get more pure thoughts, but it'll cost us at least 5 gold. We could break a Stone Bloodshed or Carnality card here, but should you really do this? No. We're just gonna spend the gold on it and be done. Journey into the Unknown. Minal wants to go again. She will venture out alone and probably get herself killed if we don't send someone. That's annoying. Adilla is opposition. A warrior S. We do need to send someone to court. Thank you. We do need someone to manage the estate. You're just gonna do what you do. She's out. I said I was going to do things, and I didn't. Let's see. These are an accessory. And this is magic in combat. Okay. Which will... This is physique in combat. I kind of need the physique more than I need the magic at the moment. The scimitar is doing 2 combat. Stealth in combat. Okay. We'll leave these for now. I unfortunately need to do this. Cruel sacrifice. Zaki's request can wait for another day. This is gonna go away. Everything else is done. Who's at... Adil is still at the bookstore, but we've gotten 2 support out of him, so I'm not gonna worry about him. Yeah, this is just what it is. What? I have to choose a follower specifically. Oh, I don't like that. Haunted Mansion. hold on. This is mucking things up. Go over here. What else? This is all stuff and people. Okay. So what if I do this here? You have to dispatch a follower? I can't. Okay. Missing key cards or passion to trigger the event. Dang it. I don't like this. I should be able to use this. Mans. He's a prisoner. I should be able to just kill him. I don't... We're fluxed, guys. We are absolutely fluxed. Where can I use you? Methinks, give me something. Ah, dealing with the betrayed event. So maybe I just needed a different event. Okay. This is where I can use it. Never mind. I figured it out. I'm just an idiot. It's fine. I could have used a carnality card on him, but we're going to use a bloodshed card. We're not going to just let him go because he betrayed us and we're, well, fixing that. He's literally marked as a prisoner. Is he a prisoner? He's not tagged. A stone. Stick him in the skeleton. What happens? There we are. We did need to transform him, yes. Sometimes you just have to do methinks on the right card. Sometimes I'm a dum-dum. Okay, so we're dealing with the betrayed friend, which will deal with our card. We're not able to do everything I want to do. There's just too much going on and not enough hands to get it done in. So we end the day. Without your help, the ritual still proceeded smoothly. You lost an opportunity to gain favor with the church. Well, I didn't have 3 people with that kind of stats. So let's see how much our wife makes us in money today. Less money than I could hope for, but still enough. Ooh. A poor man complains that he invested all his savings to help his brother start a business, which has since prospered. However, his brother now refuses to share any of the profits. While his brother has grown wealthy, he struggles to even provide for his daughter. The brother, now a successful merchant, angrily insists that the borrowed money was repaid in full years ago. Do we blame the merchant? Do we blame the poor? Do we say, I can support you? Or do we say, I can support your daughter? What do we do, guys? How do we absolve this event? I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Pretty please tell me. Also remember to hydrate and pat yourself on the back for being here, because you're wonderful and I adore you and I appreciate you being here as well. I didn't have Nightbot have this message happen for no reason, you know? I can support you, or I can support your daughter. More bodies to throw to the wolves. It's interesting that I'm not able to support both. I mean, I guess supporting the poor man would support both him and his daughter. Or I could just take in his daughter and leave him on the streets. Daughter might be a minion, him would probably be an ally. I'm not sure exactly how that will work out, or whether I will get both. But I also have the option of just blaming people and being like, reparations, bitch. Or, you're lying, bitch. Like, let's not deny that I have multiple choices here, but which choice is the choice that we should take is the question that I have posed to chat. We could do a poll, but those are messy and they take forever. So, what do we want, chat? What do we want? music is so fun, though. Either to support the daughter or blame the merchant. You only want to support his daughter, not the man who is trying very hard to support himself and his daughter? Interesting. Although I suppose if he doesn't have to support his daughter, he might be able to support himself by himself. All right, all right. I can support your daughter. Can't afford to raise a daughter? You can help. You can even introduce her to some affluent families willing to adopt. The poor man flees in terror, scrambling away, never daring to speak of it again. The merchant beams with glee, trumpeting your prowess far and wide, earning you a mixed repute, both infamy and influence. Well, that was very noteworthy. We sent someone to the palace where the nobles bicker and the Sultan is entertained. It wearies him, though. But we got some inside information. Yeah, Nabini is still bored, so he's having fun. Someone suggests you initiate a public relief effort to provide food for the starving victims, not only filling their stomachs, but also enhancing your renown. The displaced people, those who can't get enough to eat, line up at your porridge tent, gratefully chanting your name with appreciation. In that time, everyone knows your fame. And we got more pure thoughts. Or rather, we got more devotion to true faith on pure thoughts, which is fantastic. This is a bloodshed card of low tier. In fact, there's no need to focus on your own people. There may be a place in the city where you can kill without any burden, but it's a bit risky. Honorable bloodshed has appeared. Interesting. You detest ungrateful people the most. Even though you once drank under a tree together, this person is no longer your friend. This wasn't your choice, it was his. He chose to become your enemy, and now he must pay the price for it. You decided to relish in bloodshed. You drag the man out of the cellar and slap a bloodshed card onto his face. Does this poor thing finally realize what's about to happen? He panics, desperately trying to escape your grasp, but after 3 days of torment, he's far too weak to resist. As the blade pierces his chest, that weak and pallid face finally loses its once proud expression. Only the gemstone ring on his finger, one you couldn't even bother to take, remains as his final, ironic burial token. Just as you wished, you break the card, and the man will never appear before you again. Your deeds gain true faith's favor. Pray, miracles may arise. A miracle in restoration has appeared. But first, we must find out what we're doing next. Bronze bloodshed. I don't really want to do back-to-back bloodshed. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to. We will change this. Let's try this again. Stone extravagance. All right, now we're talking. We can finally spend money and get some real advantages for this. Okay. Okay. The foreign merchant is something. A miracle in restoration. Ooh. You can reset the remaining time of a Sultan card. You only have 3 chances. Okay, interesting. So that is something that can happen if we run out of time. This guy is still running around. We don't have what we need to get him back. Equipment merchant still only has the Blade of the Ancient Kingdom, so he's gonna resolve one way or another. Who is at court? Iman is at court. He doesn't like us, so we need to send somebody to court. Go to court. Sort him out. Honorable bloodshed. Duel with gladiators without grudges, using combat skills to entertain the nobles. Failure will lead to death. Well, I guess we could have taken the bloodshed card, but I just did not want to deal with it. That will go away, so I'm not worried about it. We do need someone to pick up rent. Amulet of Failed Honor. Warriors of the tribe commemorated each victory with an additional loop of gold thread. The threads twisted and the loops were many, only to snap at last. The tribe, too, perished. An exotic carved ring, which just gives charisma. All artisans capable of cutting these unique gemstones were slaughtered. The general responsible for the matter was executed by the Sultan, alongside his entire family. And the Dreamer's Necklace. The tribe's seer would search for water sources and oases in dreams. One day, she saw the Sultan's empire. How very sad for her. Well, I don't have the money for anything but the Amulet of Failed Honor. So, the foreign merchant Barat has rented a vacant shop under your name to conduct some small business there. Successfully collected the rent. Yay. We get our wife back to manage the estate with. I was worried there for a second. Okay, which means that we can do something, and I believe that something is dealing with Zaki's request. After the last training, he has determined that you are trustworthy. This time, he has come to you again. You want to hear his other requests. At a certain court meeting, Zaki witnessed your heated debate with the ministers. While recounting it, Zaki's eyes were full of admiration. Can you teach me how you did it? You were intrigued and agreed to his request. So, Zaki wants to improve his social skills this time to help his mother, and you argue with others in court soon. You thought of 3 places to train this young man. Communication in the court, gossip in the bathhouse, or the House of Delights. So I believe we have the equivalent of communication in court, I believe is... Oh shoot, I've lost words. Sorry, my brain has just lost its shit. Yes, but they're linked to attributes on the 3 attributes for talking, and I've lost the names of all 3 of them. So I know that the first one starts with a C, and my brain has just lost connections. I apologize. I'm trying to reboot it. Okay. So communication in the court is charisma. Gossip in the bathhouse, I think, is sociability. And House of Delights is... Actually, it may be wisdom, charisma, sociability. Some amount of those three. Yeah, sociability, charisma, and wisdom. So communication in the court may be wisdom, gossip in the bathhouse may be sociability, and House of Delights may be charisma. It's one of those three. Any idea what we're best at? Offhand, I think we have a higher wisdom than charisma or sociability. I think sociability is our least capable, but it could be that charisma and sociability are both 4s. I know that our... Or is it charisma and sociability are 4? Yeah, wisdom I think is a 6. So how about communications in court? I mean, it's probably for the best. Assuming that this is wisdom, this could be charisma. I'm not entirely certain, but... Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to reboot my brain there for a minute, chat, so apologies for the dead air for a minute there while I went and redid my shit. It happens. Let's do that. So, that was sociability. It's fine. Our sociability is 2, so that's actually our lowest stat. Charisma 4, wisdom 6. So maybe the second one was wisdom? I don't know. Teaching seems to be related to how good we are at it, so it seems likely we do best there. Well, you would think, but apparently not. This will not expire, so we don't have to do that this turn if we have other things to do. So that's good. Zaki, you have, like, nothing equipped, so let's fix that, shall we? We don't necessarily want to give you that. Maybe this would be good for you? You don't really need the thief's shoes. I mean, I prefer the physique, but maybe this would be better on Zaki at the moment. It actually would be better on Varja. Maybe I will just reset people. I can't do either of these two because they're not with me. Okay, let's just see what we have on who. Okay. So actually, let's put you here and see what that does. Okay, so this actually will work for Zaki this time around because we need the sociability to pass that. You have the bouquet, which is fine. You have the dagger of purity, which I think needs to go here as well. Oh, that does not have sociability at all. So actually, we'll go back to this. What do you have? Yeah. So that's fine. Let's actually do this. So so that you have a really great sociability for learning things. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what you have. So, you have 3 things. You have less things. Let us put that on you for the moment, just to get it out of my inventory here. You have 3 things. You have 3 things. You have 2 things, but I don't actually have a attire item to put on you. And so these 2 things can just sit here and be useless. And this is also a consumable, so seem to have gained another story. Believer. This is the story of a man whose kindness has earned him great fame and many followers. Can things get any more boring? They can, actually. 5 points. Very nice, very nice. Okay, that has gotten less crazy. Pure Thoughts has 2 piety on it. Impure Thoughts has nothing. Cool. Maps and Borders is a survival. Legend of the Thief is stealth. We have a lot of stealth in here, interestingly enough. So, okay, now that we have people done, you can once again go here. You can once again manage our estate as well as you can without the sociability bumps that have been helping you. And I guess we will be learning sociability today. We do need to do this journey into the unknown thing, which requires physique and survival. But we've got 4 days before that. Oh, wait, no, that's already... She already left. We didn't even do anything for her, so Minal may not be with us for very much longer. We really should have sent her at least some intelligence. Whoopsies. I dropped the ball there. That's my bad. Okay, so I guess we will be just teaching today. Whoopsie poopsies. Okay. What do we need? Just sociability. Which is inside information? Yeah. Inside information it is. That's a 7. So this is as good as it gets. I mean, I could use a higher level inside information, but I want to save that, so it's fine. This is where we're at. I wonder, can we do this? No. Okay. That's fine. We will probably have to drag this into methinks to figure out what to do with it. I might just do that very quickly, but I want to get Zaki up and running. Here we go. See how this pans out. Well, at least people are still coming to our house. We need 3 successes to yield the highest returns. We got 2 out of 3, so that's not bad. We'll live with that. That's fine. We're still obsessed with our Sultan's card, as usual. Frequent appearances at the palace are necessary. Hey, Fenren! It's lovely to have you in. Welcome, welcome. I adore you as well. We're still playing Sultan's game, so sit back, relax, enjoy. Settle in to see the extravagance that this thing is. Nobles are bickering like street ruffians, as always. The palace intrigues have made the Sultan a little more weary, but at the end, because we sent somebody there, we got Omen. Very nice. I could read all of this, but I've done it before, Fen, which is why we're only getting the Cliff Notes version, because these things don't change that much day to day, you know, round by round. So anything new I read in full, but Nabani is still out and about playing around while we struggle to survive this game. To rise, one must learn to navigate the court, and the sooner a young man sees the world for what it is, the better. You bring Zaki to the court. Let us see if we can give him the 3 successes he needs to learn. He's good. The training results are acceptable. He's still a little nervous, but he can speak to the nobles in the right way. In time, he will be able to get a job at the court, though he has learned 2 sociability from that. Fantastic. Not quite as much as the stealth, but, you know. Now that we've got all that sorted, we can restructure what he actually is wearing. I would like these to go back to you. I would like these to go back to my dear, lovely wife. Actually, I kind of need this on you. So maybe I will let Zaki wear these permanently. And then give him some survival. Yeah. That's pretty good. Our wife needs attire for either wisdom or sociability or both at some point. We just have an accessory and a weapon that we can't equip anywhere because everybody's got other things. Okay, that's good. We have mysterious assistance. Based on the cards you insert, there will be a corresponding reply. Do we need help? Can you help with our sense of happiness? No. What about pure thoughts? It can increase piety. Okay, we'll do that. That's fantastic. He just gets to be where he is. This has not gotten anything more. We still need our dear wife to manage the estate. Now that she has her earrings back, she'll be quite good at it. No. I don't want that. Just that. Any of them. Nothing for that. Okay, that's fine. Who's here? Petuna is here, and we have her support. Well, really, we have neutral. It would be helpful if we sent somebody to speak here on our behalf. He also has Zazie, his favorite, today, but she does not care whether or not we exist. So, that's fine. That's fine. Can send Zaki. So much support. The Sultan's at 5 fatigue. When he hits 7, he retires from court. So we've got a few more days. We've got 2 influence, assuming we can keep it. We also have a little bit of infamy. Yikes. This is still running. Poor Manal is going to be not doing well when she gets back, if she gets back. We get Lumera back tomorrow. That'll be nice. Survival, stealth, stealth and combat, magic, but less physique. Better survival. Stealth, wisdom, stealth. What are you getting survival from? This dagger. The ring is giving you stealth and charisma, physique, and combat. Which gives you any combat at all, actually. Okay. Your scimitar gives you extra combat. This gives you wisdom and magic. This gives you combat and magic. So you could absolutely use the physique. You don't... Your survival is all natural, though. Which is fine. So I do need to put some amount of survival on you. That's not equipment-based. Okay. Skill gained, hey. Hey, Mr. Scrake, welcome in. Thank you for the work. I appreciate you being here. Book of the Wild is gonna have you. And what else? Stealth and combat? Would that be for the best? I mean, stealth would be nice, but I actually kind of need sociability and physique on you more than anything else, which we don't have books for. Maybe you go to the bookstore. Jabal is there. We like Jabal. Could also go to the bathhouse. So this is physique, survival, and wisdom. Time is of the essence. Be fully prepared before you act. If you fail, the white rhino will escape. So this requires stealth, physique, combat, and charisma. Which we have some of. Stealth being the lowest. Don't have anyone we could send with. This could be useful, though. Opportunity. Which gives us more stealth and more survival. Not that survival is useful here, but gives us more stealth. I think I'm gonna go do this. I just remembered that the corpse explosion cantrip is gonna be huge on Evoc Wizard. Yeah, it is. It is definitely going to just, you know, explode all the corpses. It's fine. Explode them all. It's fine. Let us try to deal with this injured white rhino. Let's do it. That should be everything. There's too much going on. Way too much going on. We'll deal with this extravagance later. It's fine. It's not a problem. Someone has spotted a white rhino near a lush watering hole in the wild, seemingly injured. As you spot the white rhino from a distance, the plan is to sneak closer and find its weakness. We need 2 successes to approach without being noticed. Easy. You successfully sneak as close as you can to the white rhino without alerting it. It is drinking at the riverside with a long bleeding wound on its side. The wound seems deep, likely made by a sharp blade. You ponder. A well-aimed harpoon through the wound could slay it, while causing the least damage to the beautiful hide. We need 1 success to deal with this ambush out of 10 dice. You grip your harpoon, take aim at the white rhino's wound, and hurl it. Easy. You succeed. Owing to exceptional physique and combat skills, a spear cruelly impales the white rhino's wound. Wailing maddeningly, it struggles, flees futilely, stirring an unending dust into succumbing to blood loss, only assuredly dead. You rinse with tender brow, remove the prey before scavenger attraction. So we got a white rhino skin. A female artisan who calls herself an inventor came to your door, eagerly and enigmatically introducing you to her latest research project. She assured you that the development had reached its final stage and that she just needed a little more sponsorship to complete this unprecedented great invention, an instrument capable of unveiling secrets beyond the starry sky. Moved by Mahir's words, you give her a significant sponsorship. The mysteries of the firmament, the celestial abode of the divine. You aspire, you crave, you anxiously wait the day Mahir completes her work. Well, we needed 5 successes and we doubled that. I don't know what to tell you guys. I think we're winning. Mahir has completed the project. She shows you a complex and magnificent instrument with intricate patterns conforming to some natural logic and rhythm. Through the lens, you peer into the distant starry sky, the timeless gleam of faraway stars captured in your eyes, while Mahir's excited voice echoed in your ears. I knew it. I know. I always felt that you were... Whoa, I will try that one again. Reading? Can I do it? I don't know. Clearly, only some of the time. I knew it. You know, I always felt that we are all governed by a force, just like these stars, moving in definite trajectories. I want to discover the laws governing that force, governing everything. That is my dream. I think people call that force God. You reply instinctively. The realm of God is quietly shedding its veil of mystery. Now you have gleamed it. In the future, you will reach it. And we got the Mirror of Stars, aka a telescope. Oh, people are coming to the house, so let's see how much money we make while our wife wears beautiful earrings. Ooh. The highest returns, now that she has all of her stats. But increasingly we are obsessed with our extravagance card. To court. What have we learned at court? Inside information. Nice. We are also wearing out the Sultan's attention, of course. But because we sent Zaki there, he got us some intuition. Very nice. Very nice. Good job, Zaki. Good job. And something noteworthy happened. All right. Chat, time to buckle up and come and tell me your opinions, because now we have an event. Someone presented a popular booklet from the market, which told a legendary love story between a king and a fallen princess. In the story, the princess, having lost her country, has to work as a washerwoman. She meets the handsome monarch by the river while washing clothes, and the two overcome many difficulties to find happiness. The Sultan asked what you think of this matter. Do we say that this is praise to the Sultan? Do we say that this is slander against the Sultan? Or do we say that this is just a woman's pastime? To dream of marrying into wealth and power? What do we think, chat? Please tell me. I would love to hear your opinions on this. I love the music in this game. I mean, it's not Slavic music, but it's still very fun. So, is this legendary love story between a king and a fallen princess a praise to the Sultan, a slander against the Sultan, or just a woman's silly pastime? Number 2, we don't want to go there. It'll get messy. Let's say it's praising the Sultan for all wish to be with him. Not 2. Definitely not 2. I mean, The Sultan can have anyone he wants, even if it is a fallen princess who has become a washerwoman, right? Alright. Praise be to the Sultan. You emphasized the description of the king character in the book. Handsome, strong, robust. Doesn't this perfectly resemble the real Sultan? All the young girls see the Sultan as their dream lover. Isn't that natural? Listening to your explanation, the Sultan smiled and never mentioned this trivial matter again. As you were leaving the palace, a merchant reeking of ink waited for you at the door. He handed you a heavy bag and thanked you profusely. We gained money off of that. Nice. Clearly, Nabini is having far too much fun. At the end of a weary day, as you're passing through the shadows cast by the Sultan's palace walls, ready to return home, a woman in white stands in your way. Her pale hands and silver hair seem to glow brighter in the darkness, piercing your eyes. Do you need help? She asks with a sense of approval. This is what you deserve. Whether she's merely a mortal hiding her identity or a messenger of divine power, what harm is there in making a request? You seek to hear the voice of God. That night, within a dream, it seemed as if you touched the radiance and clouds of the divine realm. We gained one insight and also a piety on pure thoughts. Reading can improve us, and Faraj is full of respect for the pioneering spirit of his ancestors. He has gained some survival, native survival skill. The Book of the Wild has been used up. You hear an insignificant rumor. Apparently, in the slave market, a slave broke free during a sale. He not only killed his master, but set half the street ablaze. Interesting. The famous Hamar brothers are back, as is Sweet Whip. Zaki has another freaking request, and our rival is back to try again. We still do not have an army, but we're getting there. I don't know why the Trail of the Wolf King is so far down here. We also have gotten a story. Oasis in the Desert. This is the story of a loving couple who sustained each other amidst adversity. Though beset by pressures and hardships, never once had they betrayed each other. With you singing by my side, the wasteland becomes paradise. Go 30 consecutive days without receiving wife's resentment in one run. Nice. So that is 6 points of fate, which means that we can buy 2 things for our next run. 2 upgrades. Very nice, very nice. Alrighty then. Let me, let's see here. Mirror of Stars is treasure. Sleeping Draught was not used up. We don't have anything to move anywhere. Okay. Your thoughts can be upgraded through Methinks. Alright. So let's see what Methinks thinks. Think. Event. Piety's examination has appeared. Okay. So pure thoughts. You witnessed your own act of piety. A follower who witnesses your act of piety. Consolidate the marks of piety here. Reaching 3 will upgrade the conviction. Okay. Well, we can always get that back, I guess. Lumera is back, so that's helpful. We have 2 points of notoriety, but 4 insight now. And 10 renown. 1 infamy. I'm sorry, I just love the chimes. I can't help myself. You can... Let's see here. Charisma 5? Charisma, not 5. Some charisma. That's your accessory. You have a weapon, which is literally just as good as this sling. Okay. He can continue doing his silliness. I would love for this to be a thing, but I don't know if I can afford that right now. This, he just wants to talk, so we'll talk to him. After the last guidance, he completely regards you as his mentor for life. This time he has come to you again. You hosted him. Zaki expressed his gratitude and admiration for your guidance during this period, but he doesn't want to bother you all the time. He asks you where you usually go for answers when you have questions. Do we want to go to the bookstore, the prison, or to the dark alley? So, where should Zaki seek answers to his questions like us? Where is our favorite place? Do we go to the bookstore? Do we go to the prison, which we haven't even visited once, or do we go to the dark alleys of the world, considering our infamy? The bookstore. It's not a great recruitment place. Also, the books teach you stuff. Or, it's a great recruitment place. Also, the books teach you stuff. Yeah. Honestly, Trav, the bookstore is the way to go in this game. We love the bookstore. We're there all the time. Alright, the final lesson, but that does not go away. Receive Divine Grace is back. We need to show sincerity to the priests. Which is just money. Okay. We can... Divine Grace will come back. We have to deal with this. You are such a pain in the ass. 8 and 6, 8 and 7. Consumable to improve abilities. Can I send him to sleep? I don't know if this is going to be more helpful. Or if this will. We need, I think... That would... Omen, I think it is? No. Inside information? No. Charisma and sociability is secrets. We don't have any high amount of secrets anymore. Which is bad. We can make charisma off the rail. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. No. It was Mystique I wanted. I wish I had troops. Jeez Louise, I don't know how to get troops. This is a problem. He is a problem. You're actually slightly better. Zaid supports us, so we could forego the court. Because he has piety. Is that really the best use of our time? Probably. That's everybody. Well, it is what it is. We end the day. And hope and pray. Alright, estate management. Do we make money today? We do. Fantastic. Good job, my dude. Zeki did a good job. At court, we're still working on it, but somehow, even though the absurdity of endless debates and debacles has left the Sultan thoroughly exhausted, we gained influence in court. We didn't even show up for it. Didn't send anyone either, so fantastic. Being far from the center of the whirlpool often makes it easier to be drawn into the abyss, but the Sultan withdraws. Thank goodness. Nabhani is still playing around while we struggle, and ever since that humiliating night in the woods, Nawful is just very angry with us. Howsoever, we hear that he's secretly up to something, and we can't even gain a success, so he has now an advantage. Sometimes you say something in the morning, and by afternoon, Nawful knows it, but you can't find the leak. It's problems. Our girls did not manage to sway him. You often need to introspect, seeking God's voice with a sincere heart. Closing your eyes, extending your hand in the cold sunlight and fountain. At this moment of spiritual connection, you seem to feel a touch of God's presence. Pure thoughts became divine touch, and piety is removed from Faraj. We are up to 5 insight. Holy shite. That day, while passing by the Purist Order Church, you suddenly noticed a group of suspicious individuals sneaking to the side of the sanctuary, carrying a huge, foul-smelling barrel. Surely they don't intend to dump that thing into the sanctuary, do they? Event, breaking cleanliness has appeared. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to do something about that. We got fratricide going on? Confession? Holy shit. What is going on here? Too many things. Jeez Louise. He no longer has piety. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So this is Badria, an occultist. The path to transcendence is revealed, not unearthed, and thus all who delve into the arcane or divine might be branded occultists. At least, in theory. But you know this woman to be something else. Beneath her tattooed skin coils an alluring darkness. Troops are apparently hard to get and look to be a mid to late stage thing. Yeah, I have no idea how to get them, but she's a cultist. A black arts cultist. Divine touch is a conviction. A single touch can dispel much impurity. This is the foundational conviction of the righteous path. The righteous path needs no proselytizing from you, but after accumulating 3 pieties, you can upgrade the righteous path through methinks. Such a profane crime, you decide to stop her. Such a fun thing, you decide to support her, or not only show support, but sponsor her heavily with 10 gold coins. Different choices will lead to different outcomes. There are 3 ways to handle it. The 3 approaches are mutually exclusive. So, we do need to deal with breaking cleansiness, but that's fine. Confession. Please choose a suitable person for confession or an item to be purified. We don't really have anything to do for either of those things. Fratricide. We can now intervene in the property dispute. it will incur disgruntlement, but if you use a bloodshed card, you can kill this greedy man yourself or send somebody certain consumables, a bloodshed's card, to escape scrutiny. Okay, and then there's Adila's challenge. This will not take any time, but it also does not expire, so I think I'm just gonna let that sit there. We have horse betting again as well, which is survival based. You have gained some survival, so we will send you. The nervous rider, not gonna be a problem. So that we can double our bet of 2. That's easy. There's no court right now. Shama is in the House of Delights. Not that we need her. You take him to the bookshop. Every riddle has its answer, you tell him. History and books hold all. Okay. Well, we need somebody managing this estate. Jeez Louise. I don't know why the sleeping draught is a thing. However, we can now visit the prison by bribing the guards. Visit the prison. You have persuaded the guards, allowing you free access to this cell for foreseeable future. Frickin' finally. Alright, the Seer. This is the story of a man who claimed he could delve into the depths of souls. We usually call them lunatics. We reached 5 points of insight. The Lesser Evil. This is the story of a courtier who, out of laziness or recalcitrance, would rather face his monarch's fury than attend court. What a nice day to sleep in. Avoid participating in the ritual, the grand game, for 7 consecutive days in a single run. And also, the Place of Sin. This is the story of a courtier who suddenly developed an interest in touring the prison. However, the true villain still sits upon the golden throne, and we unlocked the prison. So that is 9 fate points for our next run. At the prison, we have some people. There's Quaeus, the righteous noble prisoner. This prisoner is held here for the crime of insubordination. A stone that refuses to smoothen its edges suits not a magnificent palace, but a lowly cell. There's also Jawwood, the fat noble. This prisoner is held here for the crime of greed. Though he is now in prison, he maintains his noble pride and pomp. Why not? He will soon leave this hellhole. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. There's also the outspoken prisoner. A colleague of yours who complained about the Sultan and was thus imprisoned. We can spend 10 golds to redeem this outspoken guy. We can talk to this guy and this guy. I'm just gonna grab this guy out. I need extra hands, always. This is a special cell. Seki, go talk to this guy. Thank you. Alright. That will deal with this. We'll deal with this at some point. You haven't yet expanded your collection room to include this rare treasure, but now is the time. Expansion Observatory. Perhaps this counts as an act of extravagance enough to break a Sultan's card, but it does require 5 coins. After the expansion, the respective treasures will produce corresponding rewards at a certain rate. Well, we could break this extravagance card. It will definitely do that. Hey, Broccoli, welcome in. Okay. The most straightforward ones are get renown plus influence to get to at least 25 and have both high notoriety and a fully upgraded guest house. There are many others, though Nawful's one is probably locked to you since he hates your guts. Yeah, I believe this is the case, Trav. So we need troops to deal with Nawful, but at the moment he's just kind of an annoyance. Hi, Broccoli. You were playing Griftlands and totally lost track of time? That's fine, Broccoli. It's optional to be here. I just am glad to have you. I hope that Griftlands was treating you well, but I'm doing well. We are ticking along. Juggling too many things at once. Badly, but trying, at the very least. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. That's gonna be great. We're gonna get our observatory, finally. So, we're well on our way to things. We haven't bought books lately. I'm gonna go deal with Iman. And anything here that I want my wife to have? No. No, I think my wife is good. She doesn't really need stealth. She's lovely, but she doesn't need stealth. So I will send her to the bathhouse to treat herself. Yes. Let's go. So that's all the moves that I can make. Essentially. I'm out of people. I will have to deal with this, but I don't have a bloodshed card to use on it, so... Let's end the day and see what goes on. Griftlands made me lose a run to a boss in the middle of a playthrough. Love this game. I mean, it'd be like that sometimes, Broccoli. I'm so sorry that you lost, but I'm glad you love the game. Let's see what news is in the bathhouse today, you guys. I need at least 1, and I got 6, so information get. We got a silver opportunity card. Fantastic. But we did learn about more things that need our attention, which is not fantastic, but here we are. Getting stared at by our poor wife. Manal's Terrans have caught the Sultan's attention. She petitions him for permission to explore beyond the great sea of sand, to seek a legendary stronghold hidden in distant peaks, a journey of great peril. This time, she does not come to you for aid. You sent no one, and nothing. Since then, you never hear of Manal again. She must have died in this expedition, but you have a feeling it was her choice. It was her defiance. Yeah, we did not help Manal, and now she's dead. I'll check as soon as we get to the next day, Broccoli. People are coming to the house. Let's see if we make money. We make money. Very nice, very nice. And something noteworthy has happened, so let's figure out what we're doing here. A peculiar man claiming to be an inventor seeks an entry to the grand game, presenting a blah 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 blah. Wah 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 wah. Okay, let's try the reading thing again. Clearly this needs a little bit of editing, so let me sort that. A peculiar man claiming to be an inventor seeks an audience in the grand game, presenting a mechanical bird made of metal. The bird can tell time, fly, and preen its feathers. He hopes the Sultan will buy it with its weight in gold. Do we dare to ask the Sultan for payment? Do we say this talent is worth its weight in gold? Or do we say, I don't see how this bird is useful to the Sultan? Do remember that we are playing the Sultan's game on the Sultan's behalf, which means that if we dare to ask the Sultan for payment, guess who gets to foot the bill? I'll give you a single guess. You don't even get 3, it should be obvious. This man is clearly hoping for the Sultan's generosity to continue inventing. So if we say his talent isn't worth its weight in gold, we have ruined this man's life. As for the bird itself, I mean, the bird can tell time, fly, and preen its feathers. Do we see how this could be useful to the Sultan? This trifle? What do we say, chat? Tell me your thoughts. Give me your opinions. I will poke buttons accordingly. Well, the second one has potential. I would not say it was useless to the Sultan. It's an amusement, if nothing else. Go with 2. This talent is worth its weight in gold. Okay. As soon as you said this, the Sultan, also quite interested, spoke. Since you appreciate his talent so much, surely you don't mind paying a little too. So you had to buy this damned bird out of your own pocket and then present it to the Sultan. Guess who's footing the bill there? Yep, he's still having fun. To the bookstore. We bought 48 elegant poses. Let us see if we can shift the noble's interest in us. Yes, Iman now has a bit of support, which means that he is neutral towards us in court. But we got some intuition from that, so that's pretty good. Very good, very good. Send your rider and steed to compete. Place bets. If victorious, you may receive a reward. Failure means losing everything. Horse betting check. We need a single success to win this one. I think we knocked that out of the park. Congratulations on your victory. You've won and doubled your bet. So we made money. Not a lot of money. It was not a great writer this time, but we did make the monies. Here is the prison for nobles and serious criminals. Unlike what the common people might imagine, there are no gold toilets or velvet quilts here. What you have is darkness, dampness, and ignored rats. The only unusual thing might be that, due to family bribes, the prisoners' meals aren't very bad. The current level of the prison is completely open to you. You choose to talk to him. This emaciated prisoner sits alone in the corner of the prison, unwilling to acknowledge you. Before you leave, you happen to meet his family, here for a visit. His mother, wiping her tears, tells you that he was imprisoned for speaking out when the Sultan was playing that grand game of his. Not unlike yourself. He's just too young and hot-tempered. He doesn't understand. I told him to apologize to the Sultan, but he... She looks sorrowful and weary. After nervously twisting her fingers for a while, she hesitantly asks if you could speak for him before the Holy One, gauge the Sultan's attitude. After all, much time has passed and the Sultan is no longer playing the game. You promise to help her, though no one could decide the Sultan's thoughts for him. The poor woman gratefully grabs your hand, tears streaming down her face. You paid for his release. So the outspoken prisoner not only is now our follower, but he is also our supporter, and is a noble who can speak for us in court. You understand the Sultan's character. He doesn't actually care about his minister's opinions, and might have already forgotten them. You realize that you could use your influence or some gold to persuade the Sultan to release him. So, a hope for exoneration event has appeared. Cling tight as the stars spin. The celestial globe is installed. It will spin with the sun, moon, and stars, creating records for wise men yet to come to interpret. So, the Mirror of Stars has indeed cracked the extravagance card. We have built a special place in our collection to exhibit this item. And Rhythms of Change. we have gained. And then a billion more things to deal with. What do we have? Gold cardinality? Are you kidding me? No. Absolutely not. I refuse. Give me something of at least silver or less. Okay, bronze extravagance. We can deal with that. Jeez Louise. She's trying to kill me. The observatory is now online. We have all of these things to do. A fierce lion is also being a problem. We have to deal with that. The Hamar brothers are a problem, but jeez Louise, it's fine. Okay, let's clean up what we have going on here. Okay. We need to move something. This is a book. It can go here. It gives charisma. That's fantastic. I might actually steal it for myself so that my charisma is a 5. That would be useful. Rhythms of Change is astronomy. A consumable astronomy. The moon wanes and waxes, and the world shifts in accordance. Used as intelligence, it can provide +5 magic, +5 stealth, and 3 reroll opportunities. You also think more on its potential use. So it's technically an intelligence, but I'm going to stick it down here. And this guy has become a colleague of yours who complained about the Sultan, thus imprisoned. He's technically still a prisoner, but he's now a follower. He has Combat 2, Survival 1, and Support. So he's not great, but he is bronze. It's fine. Let's sort this shit out again. I may have to start putting... I think we're going to have to share space with the books for some of this stuff. Well, actually, the sling... and the thief's shoes I might put on my new dude. The sleeping draught can go down here. So that cleans this up just a little bit. Much better. Much better. Yeah. Okay. You. Can I not equip things to you? Oh, I can't because you're a prisoner. You have no equipment slots. I technically just own you. Well... okay, then. You guys can go down with the books. Just because, for fuck's sake, I need the space. Okay, so here are the things that matter. Too many things. Okay, the observatory will tick over regardless of whether we touch it or not. The astronomy will be observed. The astronomy observed will be obtained after 7 days. So it has a 7-day tick over time. Every 7 days we get a card from the Mirror of Stars, essentially. So that's fine. We can just let it tick over and be happy. The Headless Dragon is fantastic for us because we can start combining things. We don't have 3 convictions, and these I don't know what is required. I don't think we have any of those. So we can just get our intelligences upgraded. We'll do 2 inside informations and an intuition and an omen. Hopefully we'll get all of those done. We'll have bronze versions of those. That's great. Divine Grace. We don't particularly need. It will come back around. Confession. We don't need. That will come back around. The Gold Bird, we have 7 days, and we can break an extravagance card of any tier, because the Gold Bird is big and expensive. It costs 30 gold coins. We don't have 30 gold coins. So, we're gonna have to save our money. We cannot spend money until that's done. So as much as I would love like to buy out this store, I should not. Ugh. I want this armor. It's fine. Okay. We have to have someone manage the estate. Lumera is the best at it, so we're just gonna send her. I don't know what that will do. Okay, but that is working like an intelligence, so... this do anything? No, it's the only thing there. Okay. That's fine. You, I'm not sending anyone for her. You just suck. No, I need to finish Zaki's lesson, so we may as well do that. Get it out of the way. So that means I still have like 3 people to run around and do things. Not bad. We do need someone to go talk to Jawed, so you can go talk to him. Good, good. Midnight Visitor. Rael, the female barbarian warrior. She has the eyes of a jackal prowling the wilderness, filled with unease and peril. No one has ever made her no submission. No one ever will. You may provide her with healing herbal healing or some coin to resolve her troubles. Certainly you may also attempt using her to resolve a Sultan card. No, I don't. I only have coins to give. It's only a single coin. I shouldn't, but we will solve that. That's fine. That's fine. Who's at the bookstore? Adil? Adil, we've got on lock. We don't really need to deal with him. I don't want to spend money at the bookstore or at the bathhouse because I need other things to happen. This fierce lion is a problem, but I could do it tomorrow. I don't want to start her challenge, but my wife, I guess, can inquire. Oh, right. Global progress. We'll do that in a second. Thank you for the poke, Broccoli. I'm terrible. That sounds like a bad idea. Remind the Sultan of the one who spoke against him. Might work, though. Minions are good. Pricey. Yeah. Wow. We set you up for a lot of spending. Uh-huh. You did, Broccoli. You did. A woman dressed as a warrioress blocks your doorway, aggressively demanding an explanation. As soon as she sees you, Adila gives you an angry rant. That rhino was her prey. She has been tracking it for months, and when she finally managed to wound it, you swooped in and claimed the trophy. She is deeply upset. You try to talk to her, but she wants none of your excuses. She will solve this the warrior's way. She proposes a competition over a powerful lion outside the city. Whoever hunts down the prey first wins. If you lose, she wants you to return the white rhino skin to her. Her family sword is just in need of a beautiful rhino hide sheath. But if you win, she tilts her chin up, pride gleaming in her eyes. Clearly, she finds the notion absurd. Then I will acknowledge defeat and you may do with me as you wish. As you wish. Ha! You glance at the Sultan card in your hand. Perhaps. So, the fierce lion is what we need to deal with her? Okay. Progress. We have gone through this many Sultan cards. 21 out of 28 so far. We have survived 32 days. Most of these are stone level, but 1 silver. We're working on a bronze currently. I have, I think, traded in 1 of almost all the gold cards just because I'm not at the level where I can handle them yet. And we still have fratricide to deal with as well as breaking cleanliness. So I still have these 2 to do things with. It's not going to be killing the fierce lion, that's for sure. Okay, so if that's the case, we're actually going to send both of you to this. And you are a follower, but you can't really do that much. I could send you to the bookstore and not spend money. That's about it. You won't actually be useful there, but it's fine. Something. This can actually be an extravagance. Okay. Okay. Need a bloodshed card. Is this the best use of my turn? I don't know. We're gonna try it anyway. There you go, broccoli. Now you know. We're not through that many. I am making progress, just not fast progress. Unfortunately. Grumpy minion opportunity? Maybe, Trav. Depends on whether we survive. You take him to the bookshop. Every riddle has its answer, you tell him. History and books hold them all. The bookstore owner is always welcoming of new customers like him. They enjoy a lively chat, and old customers passing by give the young man recommendations from their own reading. What a pleasant afternoon. He gains 2 wisdom and 2 charisma. Good job, kid. People are still willing to come to our house, and we shall make money. We can only really gain 5 from that, but that's okay. At least people had something to do. Nabani is still playing around. Nabani had someone leave a note for you asking you to prepare good wine as he would return tomorrow. So we'll get him back tomorrow, which could be helpful to us, actually. Here's the prison for nobles and serious criminals. So the current level of the prison is completely open to us, but we chose to talk to Jawad. Hey, you've come just in time. A prisoner jailed for embezzling a large fortune has a friendly smile, not losing his noble affection, even in prison. Listen, I'm truly innocent, and I have proof. Can you do me a little favor? He gives you a name, entrusting you to find this person in the dark alley, where there's evidence that can clear him. Rest assured, I won't let you go on this trip for nothing. Once the task is complete, I'll give you 10 gold coins as a reward. I swear on my ancestors' honor. To the bookstore. We're not really, buying, but excellent bookstores never turn away friends who just want to look. He has no dice to do anything with, so alas, our fleshy tongue aloof proper communication skills, preventing a deeper pry. That is a badly translated sentence. It's fine. At late night, noise suddenly fills the courtyard. Upon arrival, a slave girl wrestles with your guards, wrapped in ignited rags with peculiar tattoos adorning her dusty, bruised skin. Her wild eyes echo exhaustion and defiance, but from where these injuries stem? Who's her master? Why sneak to your estate? An escaped slave finds no refuge in this city. Placed by guards near its servants' quarters, given clean water and food. Stay as long as needed, you say, yawning. If you work for me, we'll discuss tomorrow. She wipes blood off her face, head held high. Work? I'd owe you thanks, says the concealed disdain. Next day, the guards report her leaving at dawn, taking little water and food, leaving firewood for 3 days. Payments for your night's rest. We got some renown off of her. That's fine. And the Sultan is still out. But we upgraded some inside information. Jeez Louise. Too many things! You can choose to place a conviction related to rebellion, cultist. If you say and do nothing, young nobles flock to your side. Even if you say or do nothing, young nobles flock to your side. So we could give Zaki some conviction. This is Adilla's Hunt event. We have too much shit going on, you guys. We need somebody to grab the rent. This is a treasure. An accessory. And one of the better weapons in the game. Cannot spend money on this. I can, of course, make money. Good. Fantastic. One less thing for me to deal with. I need 30 coins for that damn gold bird. Fratricide I need to deal with, but I don't have the bloodshed card. You're bored. And you can have this to deal with him. He won't be that hard. More inside information upgrade. Thank you. Okay, breaking cleanliness still has time. The fierce lion does not, so we do need to do that today. You can make us money. The lion, on the other hand, we need to deal with. Period, the end. More combat? Nope. Nope. Intuition will do just fine. We'll do 8 and 8. This mountain lion. You can take this opportunity to break a conquest or extravagance card no higher than bronze. We could do extravagance here on the mountain lion. Needs to be used with a gold coin. Okay, well, I mean... There we go. We have a little bit of time to wait there. But that's a 10 gold thing. Annoying. She needs survival, physique, and combat. Okay. And this is a 5 gold thing. Just pay, no credit. Okay. What are your stats like now? They're actually pretty decent. Like, you're not great at anything, but you're not terrible. Okay. Nope. Don't need that. We're good here. These guys have events that get them out. Who's at the bookstore? We have neutraled her out. Maybe we'll attempt to recruit her. Get a little bit more support from her. Not going to the bathhouse. I'm spending too much money as it is. I don't want to give him impure thoughts, though. That's terrible. No. We'll send him, but we will not add conviction. We don't have a conviction to add to him. And then... what can you do? Okay. You're not really useful anywhere right now. And you're not tagged as a noble, so I can't actually use you for the noble slot in this. Even though you are technically a minor noble. According to... that. Okay. Maybe try to time the bird with the next card holding it. It would be Extravaganza. I would like a higher tier of Extravagance to deal with the bird, so I'm gonna use the Extravagance on this Fierce Lion so that I can at the very least do that. This is just where it will work out, I think. I think this is the best thing that I can do for this turn. So unless chat disagrees with me and has a good reason behind it, feel free to ask me to click on anything. Yeah, now lion for sure. Getting more treasures to add to our treasure place is nice, but yeah, I think this is where we're at. I think this is the best thing that I can do with what I've got. There's just so much going on and not enough hands. Like, this outspoken prisoner is doing nothing for me right now. I saved his ass from prison and he's still, like, mostly useless. Well, that's not true. I could make him read books. What do I want him to be good at? Maybe stealth? He doesn't have the wisdom to read that one. Let's see. He has combat 2, survival 1, and support. Even though he's not tagged as a noble. So that does mean that books-wise, giving him a little bit of charisma, more survival, some stealth. I think that might be the way to go here. I'm not going to give him the charisma. I'd like to put that on somebody else, but he already has survival, so we'll give him more of that. He can become my survival expert. Now he's not useless waste of space. He's doing something. He's improving himself. That will help. Do the thing, dude. Alright. Like, he doesn't even get a portrait here because he's just a prisoner. Maybe I could drag him into Methinks and make something of him. There's probably an event that makes him more useful, but for the time being, we will do this and hope and pray that we're not making bad choices. You wait for the perfect opportunity and you find it. You find him, the brother of Lady Fatuna's late husband, lost in the exciting fantasy of all the wealth he is about to inherit, defenseless in the House of Delights. The man is a little drunk. He stumbles towards the silken canopy, the sweet anticipation building by the second. In a moment like this, no one would wear the clumsy weight of armor. No one would keep a blade at hand. An opportunity. We need 2 successes out of 10 die. Yeah. You killed him cleanly and cut off his head without even alerting the prostitute behind the curtain. Well, this greedy man will no longer be able to covet property that does not belong to him. You got evidence, too. You bring news of the vineyard's owner's death to Fatuna. The shadow that has loomed over her for so long finally dissipates. She exhales slow and deep, relieved, and a relieved smile flickers across her lips. She thanks you and pays you handsomely. So we did get support off of her and also money, which we needed. So yay. Fatuna defends you. The commotion at the House of Delights quickly spread among the nobles, and many people were repulsed with your rude interference in the dispute between nobles. Fatuna bravely stood up, rebuked her brother's wishful thinking, and praised your righteous help. However, people only cared about examining her beauty and guessing the weight of her wealth. As for the man, he just made a mistake that all men in this world would make. So we gained a little more notoriety for having done this. And a little less influence, which we don't need anymore because we have access to the prison, so it's fine. A lion, banished by its pride, approaches a human city during the dry season, desperate for food. Initially, it preyed on livestock, but later it attacked shepherds, killing them swiftly. Once a beast has tasted the sweet and fragile human flesh, it becomes unstoppable. Stop it now, or someday you will become its prey. Human, beast, and demon can all be bribed. You declare zealously, considering the mountain lion as sly as a demon. Hunting it is too hard, so you will slaughter a cow at its mountain ridge haunt daily to protect travelers along the way with feeding it such fresh meat. The first feeding succeeded. Servants terrifiedly tell you the mountain lion followed them to a hillside near the city. It remembered where this fresh meat came from, expecting its next meal. You'd better not disappoint it. So that is what extravagance did. We didn't kill the beast, we paid it off in an extravagant manner.
After rigorous training, the young noble has fully committed himself to you. Now you have the chance to shape his mind with your own ideals. You had a simple chat with Zeki. You had a pleasant chat, that's all. People are still willing to come under your roof and share words and promises and opportunities. Time to make the money. More money, more money. Oh, easy. Yes. We are still obsessed with the game. The Sultan is still not seen. But we realize what's behind some of the secretive glances and smiles as we upgrade our inside information. Beautiful. Let's go see what's going on at the bookstore. We aren't going to buy any books, but we might be able to, well, get some more support. Emaine is now no longer neutral. She actually actively supports us in court a little bit. Nice. And we got an omen. Absolutely wonderful. Well, somebody learned survival skills. Let's hope that this keeps him alive. Now we must feed the fierce lion. Your notoriety spread among people, attracting followers. You can construct a guest house. And our wife wants to speak with us. New card. Oh, come on. Humans don't taste that good. Well, yeah, but unfortunately when it comes to predators, oftentimes once they eat human, they don't go back. So thankfully we are distracting this lion, but we'll see how long that lasts. What do we get? Silver bloodshed? Problematic. I would like something less terrible. Carnality. This we can deal with our wife. Fantastic. Ah, he's back. Son of a bitch. Okay. I'm overwhelmed. Give me a moment. There's too much going on. Not enough of it useful. What does this require? Building a stone tier guest house requires 10 cold coins. You can take this opportunity to break a stone extravagance card. Okay, well, we don't have any of the things needed for that, but it won't be going away anytime soon. You are still faffing about. Jerk. Well, our wife wishes to speak with us, so let's talk to our wife. Oh. She needs charisma and sociability to soothe the wife. Failing the check will generate the wife's resentment. Okay, well, we have to soothe our wife with charisma and sociability. Yep. That's what we're doing today. Oops. Nothing going on here. What I meant to do was this. You're gonna do whatever you do. Brick. We need to deal with this. Soon. We need to deal with this soon. We need to deal with you. He's got advantage. It's not good. It's not good. It's definitely not good. Nope, that's not gonna help. Nope, that's not gonna help. This helps. Not enough is the problem. Stealth and magic? That's not what we need. About ready to use this on this asshole because I don't have any other thing that's gonna be helpful enough, I think. It's a problem. He's a problem. We need 5 successes to ruin this opponent. We can't even get stats high enough to get enough advantage. He keeps... We need 3 successes just to reduce his advantage. He's probably gonna get stuff this round. We just don't have enough dice. We're not using a card on her. This is information. We're not we won't lose our wife because she's in love with us. It's fine. We're not even actually using carnality on her at this point. We're just gonna have a night of crazy sex with our wife. Like, this is not gonna be bad for us. I assure you. I have 29 gold coins out of what I need. But I can do this. Maybe they'll make some money. And we have to spend money on this damned lion. Otherwise, it's problems. This is a terrible, freaking terrible turn for us. I'm not gonna lie. What does evidence do? A damning piece of evidence that will lead to your inevitable reckoning. Yikes. Well, that needs to go down here. Unfortunately. Great. Okay, well, this is where we are. Wish us luck. Initially, it was just a whim to resolve the extravagance card, but now the mountain lion has set its sights on you, expecting your blood offerings. You thought you could last for 10 days. After the seasonal change, the wind would pick up, making the mountain path too difficult for merchants, and you would gain a good reputation. It grows stronger day by day. The servant who leads the cow reports strange occurrences every day. Sometimes he says the lion smiles at him. Sometimes he says the lion follows him to the door. At the most exaggerated times, he says the lion stands up, walks on 2 legs, and picks his teeth with bones. You have no choice but to replace the servant and warn them not to gossip. Alright, let's make some money today. Can they make money? They can! Fantastic. They made the most amount of money. Good job, Faraj. You were useful today. Ah, the prison. Nothing happened. Because we didn't actually go. The Sultan is not seen today. But we did learn the pieces of the puzzle. The murmured exchanges among colleagues dissolve into holy silence, and flashes of the future flicker before your eyes. But upon deep thought, they remain a blur. We have upgraded an omen card. Clearly, Nabani's imagination is silly about what playing our game is. He's still having fun. Nawful is still being awful. He's trying to support... you discover that Nawful is trying to persuade your supporters to abandon their support. Unfortunately, we needed 1 success and we have no dice to roll. We confront his mouthpiece. He succeeded and shamelessly spreads rumors in court. Your perceived frailty only increases his boldness. So we have... We may die to Nawful being awful, to be quite frank. With your notoriety spreading throughout the capital, visitors to your home are no longer restricted to nobles. Magicians, muscle, flexing barbarians, monks who paint their faces purple, thieves, smugglers, Of course, none of them could win Maggie's affections. She always worried about home theft or felt these people eyed her with malice. Know this, Maggie isn't a timid woman. If you don't handle these matters, Maggie may have to handle them herself. You try to comfort your wife. 2 successes, please. That was 7. No reroll needed. They respect me because of you. You tell Maggie that these people, although suspicious, unhygienic, and poorly dressed, are each more kind-hearted than the well-dressed ministers of the Sultan's court. More importantly, Maggie is the most beautiful, kindest, and noble woman they have ever seen in their lives. These people, like adventurers in stories, respect the Lord's wife and are willing to work for you. Hearing this, Maggie laughed heartedly, warning you not to think she hadn't read those romance novels. But you're not really worried. After all, you are the only man in this household who regularly bathes. We got another sense of happiness from this. Nice. That's pretty darn good. Our wife is amazing. And look who's back. Look who's back. Mahir is back and wants more stuff from us, but I think this one will come back around, so we just have so many things going on. Oh my god. Holy fuck, you guys. Well, I'm gonna do this first. Do I want another omen, or do I want another intuition? I think I'm gonna go intuition this time. That's done. You are still a dumbass. I could bring carnality to this guy, but no, I'm not going to. Nawful's using his influence to sway your supporters in court. Great adversary event failure penalty is unavoidable, which means that his opposition to us is going to be upped. That's problems. This I need to deal with. We're gonna stop her. I'm done with her shit. Merchant's relics. As long as the mountain lion exists, there will be more innocent victims. This guy needs to be fed. We do need to deal with this. He's got physique, not a lot of combat. He's got survival. Zaki has not a lot of physique, but combat and survival, not great. I mean, he's literally the best option I have outside of myself. But we have to do this. Expensive. And then we can give him more combat. This is combat and stealth, though. Would I rather have him have more survival? He needs the combat, though. That's survival and magic. This is wisdom in combat. That's not enough. I actually think that this might be for the best. Triple fours. I don't know if this will go well, but we will try. We need wisdom and stealth. Surprisingly, this is a job for Zaki. Okay, let's deal with that. Somebody needs to manage the house. You can just continue your bullshit. I don't have the time to deal with you. Observatory still ticking over. Samir, the court physician, is here. He is opposition, so we should probably try to do something about that. And then we have this prisoner again. Need 3 wisdom to read this. He has no wisdom, though. Guess he could learn this. Go get upgraded, dude. Stop being useless to me. Yep, that's as good as it gets, I think. I mean, this is gonna resolve regardless, so... There we are. I think that's the best play for this turn. We do need to deal with this carnality card, but we got time, and other things are a little bit more... doing. Okay. Got the bird money at least. Swap items? No, I'm not gonna swap items around. It's fine. We will figure, like, it's going to be fine, I promise. Even if it's not fine, I mean, failure is fine. We'll just start again, and we've got fate points to upgrade our people a little bit to help us in our next run. So, if this run delves into failure, this is not a bad thing. It's just, we will try again. And this is very much, I mean, in many ways, this is similar to Darkest Dungeon, where failure is still a step forward. Weirdly enough. Not necessarily within the run, but we're not quite in the downward spiral yet. All right. They carry a barrel full of filth, intending to pour it into the purest order's sanctuary. Should they be stopped, or...? You kept quiet, merely stepping over the church's perpetually clean slate, finding the priests and pointing them towards the faithless. The priests charged in anger, scattering the faithless group, and no one ended up smeared in filth. Wonderful. Today was another peaceful day. On the agreed day, Adila waits at the city gates long before the sun has fully risen. The warrioress stands tall, her face set with determination. There's no smile, only the hunger for battle. Who can track down the lion first? We simply need to have a single success to win. And we got 2, so we did. You open yourself to the vast wilderness, feeling the land as it breathes, the way the grass bends, the half-faded claw marks in the dust, the distant, wavering echoes of a beast's call. Your knowledge and experience guide your steps. You are the first to find a lion patrolling the borders of its domain. Across the plain, hidden among the tall grass, Adila watches you with quiet surprise. She had not expected to lose the first move, yet rather than deter her, the realization sets her alight. She is wholly thrilled by the hunt, just as other ladies might be by their finest afternoon tea. Uh-oh. You close in on the lion from 2 directions. Unfortunately, our combat was not enough to actually succeed here. After exchanging a glance with Adilla, you charge towards the lion. The powerful lion, unchallenged by mere humans, lunges at you with an immense strength. You drop to the ground, narrowly avoiding a deadly strike. Adilla, however, deftly spins out of the beast's bloodthirsty maw and drives her sharp blade deep into its left eye. The lion roars in pain, thrashing wildly. Seizing the opportunity, you thrust your weapon into its belly. It roars and tosses you both away, allowing Adilla to leap back to your side, blood dripping from her sword. There's not a moment to lose. After it, she shouts. You are almost stunned. We just need a single success to track it. So next is a test of endurance. We got it. Let's go. After an intense chase and fierce combat, the battered lion finally loses its strength and will. With what an exhilarating fight! You neatly sever the lion's head and wave it at Adilla. The young warrioress, recovering from her exhaustion, walks over and high-fives you, her blood-stained face beaming with joy. We won! You were amazing, but you still don't hold up to me when it comes to fighting. Adilla laughs heartily, happily accepting the results. After fighting side by side with you, she considers you a friend. She then says unabashed, "Did you sell the rhino skin already? A shame. I was going to say that it befits a hero like you. Doesn't matter. You won. As promised, do with me as you wish." Regardless of the outcome, she enjoyed the combat. Well, that worked out for us. Initially, it was just a whim to resolve the extravagance card, but now the mountain lion has set its sights on you. All right, we feed it. It grows stronger day by day. We have to replace the servant yet again. People are still willing to come to the estate, so let us make some money, shall we? Oof. Not as much money as we could have made, but still money is made. Something noteworthy has happened. It's about to rain heavily, and a group of passing travelers hope to rest under your roof. They look weary and travel-worn. However, you noticed faint bloodstains on the hems of their cloaks and the outlines of weapons under their tarps. They are certainly not ordinary merchants. What do we decide? Do we arrest them? They must be up to something not good. Do we kill and loot them? Take all of their shit for ourselves? Or do we welcome them with open arms? Do we show mercy to the merciless? They're not ordinary merchants. We have started acquaintances with the less than nobles outside of this. What do we do, chat? Are we righteous and arrest them? Are we infamous, kill and loot them? Or do we welcome them, knowing precisely that they're not above board, but perhaps make connections anyway? Influence me, chat. Let me know your thoughts. I'm curious. Well, we're short of money, but otherwise we could welcome them in and maybe gain contracts. Could be opportunity here. Definitely could be. What do we think, Broccoli? You want to arrest them? I mean, we do have quite a bit of renown. I think this is renown, I think this is infamy, and I think this is other. They're probably a bunch of bandits, but we can always say that we didn't know. And besides, there are hospitality traditions. There are hospitality traditions. We wouldn't want to be a bad host. I think that 2 is cash, although possibly infamy too. I mean, yes, this is definitely cash, but I believe it will gain us infamy because we're just being assholes. I think arrest them is renown. It also might garner us cash or influence. Welcoming them could garner more than that. 3 can also work. 3 also might be cash. I don't know. I don't remember. I have had this event before in the demo. Okay, we're gonna go with 3. No, notoriety goes up. They might be rebels or bandits, but at the moment they were merely travelers seeking rest in your eyes. You welcomed them, provided them with a warm dinner and beds to sleep in. They left, profoundly grateful for your help. Our notoriety has gone up. This is not necessarily a bad thing. Didn't get us money, but that's okay. Prison is as the prison does. The Sultan has returned to his loyal court, so unfortunately, the Headless Dragons has the art of relevance. The inner philosophy of things is mostly universal. You peered through to deeper mysteries and upgraded intuition. He's still running around having fun because we've not called him back. Nawful is using his influence to sway your supporters in the court. Iman no longer supports you, so support is wrecked and opposition goes up. I mean, we knew that. At the bookstore, we try to influence. We only needed 1, but we did get 2. So Samir now supports us. I think that makes him net neutral. That's fine. We did get some tactics, though. That's awesome. It is said that a poor merchant was attacked by a lion and his bones were gone. His only remaining relics scattered in the wilderness unclaimed. Finding those lost items in the vast wilderness is not easy. If you want to seize them for yourself, you must avoid being noticed. We only needed a single success and we got 4. Following the traces of struggle and blood, you find the crime location. Seizing the moment when no one is around, you silently take some valuable items without being noticed. We made money! Let's go. We improved this man's with some stealth and some combat. Good for him. The Sultan has returned to his loyal palace. You hear of a contest more thrilling, with bigger bets than horse betting, occurring in the dark alley. The races are for dogs. Want to watch it? We can make money at the dog racing. The Hamar brothers are back. The fierce lion is also in need of being fed. A visit from a widow. Other things are happening. This resolves in a single day. Iman is not our friend. A visit from a widow. Oh, Petuna's here. Depending on how you trained Zaki, the widow will react differently. I hope she appreciates what we're doing. Okay. Somebody needs to go to court. Adila is still technically in opposition to us. Silly woman. Go deal with her. Thank you. The observatory still's got 3 days. We don't have an extravagance card currently. Hold on. These need to get to where they belong, which is not in here. Let's get that sorted. Much better. Yeah, I don't need any of that, so she's good. which means we can handle this. That should be fine. Somebody with wisdom and money. Can also break a bronze or lower extravagance or bloodshed card. I mean, a bloodshed card just kills Mahir. We don't really want that. You don't have any wisdom. Let's send our wife, though. Some intuition into this. This will cause our wife to be unavailable for 4 days, but that's okay. That's done. Goldbird. Is fine. We could really just do silly things with this. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I will send Zaki instead. That's better. Yeah, that is better. We need our wife. We need our wife for the carnality. I can't have her gone for 4 days. You're still ridiculous. We'll just leave you to your thing. Who's at the bookstore? Zaid? Zaid already has support for us, so he's fine. Okay. You must choose a dog to bet on. You can only bet on one racing dog at a time. If the dog you bet on passes 3 successful checks, you will receive double the amount you staked. Bet up to 10 coins. A loss means losing everything. Ironbone has 2 physique and 1 survival. Rainfall has 1 physique and 2 survival. The Black General has 2 and 2. And of course, Luna has 3 and 3, so she is the most effective racer on the board. What is your plan with the current card? I plan to drag it into Methinks and have an enjoyable night with our wife. But I keep having to do other things. I need both Arzu and Maggie to be available for this carnality card, and I have other shit to do. So it's kind of problematic. I'm hoping to do it tomorrow. In the hopes that we get an extravagance card to deal with this gold bird with before that runs out. So it's up to 10 gold coins. I don't have to do 10 gold coins. I can do up to 10 gold coins. So let's maybe do 2. No, no, no. Just 2, please. I would like to bet 2. So I still have my 30. There, that's done. Don't care about the Kamar brothers. They'll be back. I think that's all the things we have to do. Don't care about that. Everything else doesn't really go away. This, I've already done. So